week, we were asked by Mrs. Haynes who had it harder in life, men or women. I chose to argue that women have it harder, though I do believe men also have it hard. Women have so many struggles in society today. They are unable to be in control of their own bodies and lives. A point I wanted to argue is that women can't choose if they want a child to go inside of their bodies or not. Due to the abortion bans recently, it is becoming illegal for them to take control and do what they choose. Men do not have this similar struggle, making it unfair. Unlike men, women can't control their bodies and what they wish to do with it, thus making their lives much harder. To help prove this, I asked men and women two separate questions. I asked women, have you ever felt like a man has had more control over your own body than you have had yourself? And I asked men, have you ever had to worry about losing the right to take control of your own body? Their responses went as followed. Have you felt like a man has had more control over you than you've had over yourself?
Yes, but to like a certain extent. I feel like a lot of men, they try to like take over. They have like that little like, you know, I don't know how to explain it.
Like they push?
Yeah, they push, and like it's obviously not gonna work. But especially like if it's like an adult figure, I feel like they like try to push more because they're an adult, like you're young, naive, like you have no say, like, you know. So I don't know, I feel like yeah, like for sure, especially like in workplace, at work for sure, like the men try to like, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like for sure, like everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like a man has had more control over you than you've had over yourself?
That's a good question. Yeah, I'd say so.
Have you ever felt like a man has had more control over yourself than you've had?
Yeah, I feel like it's in the situation of being belittled, and you know, you feel kind of helpless not having control over yourself.
Yeah. No, that's what Raina was saying earlier too, basically. Have you ever had to worry about losing the right to take control of your own body?
Nope. I've never had to worry about it because people have always just assumed I know what to do after they gave me the instructions, and so far it's worked out half decent.
Have you ever had to worry about losing the right to take control of your own body?
No.
Do you guys ever feel like the rights to your body are ever being taken control of?
No.
Based on these results, we can see how women feel more like they don't have total control of their lives due to men's power compared to how men feel like they don't have to worry about that at all. With these statements in mind, I decided to choose a clip by Barbie, the movie, to play displaying perfectly how women can feel and how they are powerless or lack the control of their lives that they need. Instead of just sitting here watching the clip, really listen to what America Ferrera is saying.
Like, you have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but also you have to be thin. You have to have money, but you can't ask for money because that's crass. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You have to be a career woman, but also always be looking out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane, but if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much or that you threaten other women, because you're supposed to be a part of the sisterhood, but always stand out and always be grateful. But never forget that the system is rigged, so find a way to acknowledge that, but also always be grateful. You have to never get old, never be rude, never show off, never be selfish, never fall down, never fail, never show fear, never get out of line. It's too hard, it's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault.
When I first saw Barbie, it meant a lot to me. When I saw it, it made me think of ways to make things better for us. And something that sparked my interest was speaking and writing to Supreme Court justices, because that's what we have been learning in AP Gov, as well as making a peaceful march where women can get to stand and explain how the bans put against them are unfair and make our lives difficult. It's unfair for women today, but hopefully things like this can spark some change and bring awareness to the crappy situation that we're existing in today.